See, this is why I hate you all. I'll make a video or comment or really do anything in my normal life, my dull-ass life, and still catch strays about Arsenal. It's so annoying. My Instagram DMs are always spammed with, "Come on, you Spurs! Come on, you Spurs!" Just let me fucking end it. I mean, dude, the last video I uploaded. "Oh, Maxwell, when are you gonna make the great escape about Arsenal from top 4? Like, it's... Come on, man! Last time we talked about this godforsaken club, they were 5th behind Tottenham with a game in hand with 8 fixtures to go. Tottenham had lost to Brighton a few hours prior, so here was the perfect chance to overtake them. However, after losing to Palace and Brighton in previous fixtures, we extended our losing streak against Southampton. Get out of my head! Get out of my head! Get out of my head! Get out! It takes some real skill to lose a match against this Southampton side. They've literally been on a 6-game winless streak with 5 of them being losses. Even Charity FC were 3 away from creating the biannual St. Mary's tradition of making Southampton supporters contemplate existing. All credit to Fraser Forster though. We had 6 shots on target and he made 6 saves. Next was Chelsea away, and luckily for us, it was weed day and Thomas Tuchel was celebrating. Arsenal drew first blood thanks to Christensen's Barcelona daydreaming, and Eddie Nketiah finishes cool and calmly. However, physics went in Timo Werner's favor and Chelsea responded almost immediately. But then a counter-attack 10 minutes later, capped off by Kroos and De Bruyne, gave Arsenal back the lead. But of course, we can never make things any easier for ourselves. Nuno Tavares takes a nap in the box, and Cesar Azpilicueta equalizes for Chelsea after just 5 minutes. In the second half, Chelsea's circus show continued in the back, with yet again Eddie Nketiah capitalizing. Then some dodgy officiating at the end of the match gave Arsenal a penalty. Saka converted, 4-2, game set. Outside of the AIDS decision at the end, Arsenal were extremely impressive in this match. It actually gave me hope that we could finish top 4. That's right, boys. It's time to inject that false f***ing hope. Things would not get easier though. They'd actually get a lot easier. Next was Manchester United at home. United's defense, less durable than that of a home ceiling in Texas during a blizzard, gifted Nuno Tavares an early goal. 30 minutes later, yet another Saka penalty doubles the lead. However, Ronaldo had other ideas. Fighting through the adversity of that week, he scores his 100th Premier League goal. Arsenal start to look a bit shaky in the back themselves, and then a handball awards United a chance to equalize. Kiss my ass, brat boy! Arsenal take full advantage of United's bottery, and the Emirates witnesses the annual Xhaka banger. 3-1, and all of a sudden, that 3-game losing streak didn't look too detrimental. And a few hours after that result, again Spurs dropped points, this time versus Christian Eriksen in Brentford, meaning we were back in the homeland 2 points clear with 5 fixtures remaining. Massive shouts to Mohamed Elneny, by the way. He had great performances against Chelsea and Arsenal. He's not exactly Thomas Partey, but he can do for now. Also, great news for the entire world. Tomagotsu made his return and then was almost sent back for another 4 months by Ronaldo. West Ham away was a fixture I highlighted as being a pretty tough job, and with Ben White out due to injury, I was even more concerned. But thanks to Robert Holdini and Gabriel, Arsenal grabbed their 3rd straight victory in a hard-fought battle. Again, just like the Chelsea match, I can't ignore the fact that there were a couple favorable calls here or there for us. The match did, however, prove yet again that Eddie Nketiah should not be the answer to all our problems up front. He shows great potential, has amazing positioning. His finishing, though, not that great. Jesse Marsch's Leeds at the Emirates was next. Eddie Nketiah took advantage of yet another defensive error and 1-0 to the Arsenal. 5 minutes later, he doubles that tally. We're pretty much running riot at this point. Leeds go down to 10 men, and this should be even easier for us. But remember who you're talking about. Arsenal love to do this thing where they make everything so much harder than it really should be. Leeds kept growing into the match, Arsenal kept missing great opportunities, and once Leeds brought one back, I was so fucking nervous. But luckily, after some shaky performances in the back, we win 2-1. And thanks to Tottenham drawing in Liverpool, it meant Arsenal were 4 clear of Spurs, meaning a win in our next fixture, the North London Derby, would clinch top 4. Finally, after 5+ grueling years, Arsenal would be back in the Champions League.
Harry Kane for Tottenham scores.
What a game. To make things that oh so even better for us was that Rob Holding was starting this match. Man had already gotten a yellow card a couple minutes into the match, and you'd think to yourself, okay, well, he'll be careful, just like how Ben Davies was.
He's on, the space is behind, and Arteta just wants him to come up the pitch, and I don't blame him by being a little bit fearful of Son. There he is making another run. Oh.
Robert. Robert Holding! God damn it! What the f***? I knew this would happen! You don't learn! Robert! Robert! You are on a yellow! Why would you mark Sean that tight still? It is the 32nd minute! So anyways, MBE Harith Edward Kane V doubled the lead with the Arsenal defense looking absolutely shambolic. But in all fairness, the whole team was looking shambolic. In very classic Antonio Conte fashion, Spurs were just pressing high pretty much the entire match, preventing us from playing out from the back. And it worked for them. But why the f*** did we continue playing from the back? There are other ways to move the ball around where we could actually find some space and find some chances, which we never f***ing did.
Did I ever tell you the definition of insanity?
Into the second half, Son makes it 3-0.
Chance for the rebound and goal. Heung-min Son.
Oh, Lord above, give me the strength to continue life. And so, we bottled. Hard. There was not a single good performance from that Arsenal team. Not one. It was like watching a bunch of young kids pissing themselves in Tottenham's new toilet bowl stadium. But honestly, I kind of expected that. I went into this match hyped and thinking, there's a chance. A very slim one though. I mean, A, we're going up against Antonio Conte, who knows his shit. And B, it's the youngest team in the Premier League and we don't even have our full strength squad. But still, it just seemed like there was no fight, no drive, no hunger. As much as I love seeing Nketiah do well, let's be fair here. He's only earned a couple starts because of some defensive errors. I still 100% prefer Lacazette over him. As I've said before about Lacazette, in no way is he a good finisher at all. But he never gives up. He always tries to find that extra inch. And he's also a great leader to this team. And without him, we don't really have any leadership. Props to Son Heung-min though. As much as I hate seeing him score against us, I'll say it again, he is the best finisher in the Premier League. It's great to see him doing well, especially as an Asian American, just not on the 2 days where he plays against us. But despite this loss, Arsenal are still in the driver's seat, 1 point above Tottenham. All we have to do is simply win out our 2 remaining matches and we're into the Champions League. Simple as. The Saudi Public Investment Fund away was the first of the 2, and oh boy, Ben White's back. The Magpies were in really good form, but surely we'd bounce back from that awful loss against Tottenham and defeat new Saudi Arabia. But believe it or not, we were even worse in this match. Let me put this into perspective, okay? Newcastle throughout the entire season have averaged the least amount of possession in the entire league, 37%. And that first half, Arsenal had 34% of the possession. 34. We were being dominated by the team averaging the least amount of possession in the entire league throughout the entire season. 34. And then on top of that, we had only completed 71% of our passes. Newcastle 84. Oh boy. And good God, Alan Saint-Maximin was cooking up a whole buffet, all you can eat at Golden Corral. God, could this just get any worse? No! So yeah, nothing really changed that second half besides a Ben White own goal, yippee, and I think it was Guimaraes who scored the second goal. To be honest, I kind of saw this happening yet again. I know, I'm just like a psychic like that. I know everything. I know what you're eating right now. But that loss made me feel horrible. And you know what I did a couple hours later? Watch the last few episodes of Your Lie in April. I haven't had that bad of a day in a long time. But yeah, we blew it. And Tottenham defeated Burnley a day prior. So you know what that means. Oh! Now our chances aren't dead yet, but come on. Spurs are playing f***ing Norwich. I'll put all my energy into Teemu Pukki. I can't put energy into that Norwich midfield or defense. Come on, man. I sure hope that Finland video essay gives me good karma. This is totally not a shameless plug, but also we've been focusing too much on Tottenham versus Norwich. What about us? We still have to beat Everton. And oh boy, I don't know if you've seen that injury list, but it looks so good. Anyways, I'll come back to this recording and see where we are. Bye-bye. I mean, did we really expect anything else? Although, I have no clue what might be worse. Hell or watching Grant Hanley defend. But hey, at least Arsenal ended on a positive, 5-1 against Everton, that's pretty good. But a massive congratulations to Son Heung-min, top scorer in the Premier League as an Asian player, that is huge. We absolutely love seeing our brethren thrive, and I'll probably make a brief video about it at some point in time. In terms of this season for Arsenal, although kind of disappointing right at the end, I'm still very happy with what I've seen throughout the entire campaign. I mean, all the way back before the Premier League season even started, I predicted Arsenal finishing 8th, and they have far exceeded those expectations. Being that close to Champions League football with the team we have is really impressive in all honesty, and being able to grind out results with so many players out made this campaign even more special. But here's the big problem with Arsenal: the depth. Depth is so important when it comes to qualifying for the Champions League. Every time we placed in the top 4, I was wondering how long it would last, because our depth is as shallow as half of the people I went to high school with. I mean, if your main backup defender is Rob Holding, you're in a bit of trouble, man. I've heard that El Neni would be happy to stay at the club and doesn't really care about his playtime. He just knows he'll have to fight for it. I think that's a prime example of a player that we need to keep at the club, someone who is willing to fight for any position. And those are the types of players that can easily improve our depth. Oh yeah, and then on top of the depth stuff, striker. We need a new striker. Really badly. Eddie Nketiah has 5 goals. He's our best scoring striker this season. And maybe we should trust in Nketiah. No, we shouldn't. Just have him as a backup, please. It'll be interesting to see how the transfer window goes. I've heard some headlines that yet again, Arsenal are going to get a pretty decent budget just like last season. But to round off this entire video, Arteta has done a really good job at transforming this team. I understand that it's been a very, very slow process, but you're really starting to see things blossom, and I'm confident that goes on into the next season. When you look at this team individually, I don't think you really see a Champions League caliber team, or even really close to that. But thanks to Arteta and just the togetherness of that team, it looks like the Champions League is much closer than you'd think. But I'll end it at that. Another summer of everyone bullying me because we haven't made the Champions League yet again. So much fun, I can't wait. But of course, a massive shout out to all the patrons, including Andre Root, Janos Balash, Miliaway009, Alex Rod, Alibium, Antonio, Daniel Ortiz, Darkwolf476, Edgar AS, Ethan Scaraccio, Francisco Hernandez, Jason TD, Jax206, Joseph Bonfante, Kev FM, Nguyen Din Minh Tang, The Motor Drive, Tomicus, Victor, Ariel Flor, Declan Malloy, Emmett Shea, Lewis, MX Weeb, Piano, President Pulisic, Unbroken Persona, Alberto Azamar, Andres Was Never Here, Arnolfo Martinez Jr., Big Bird, Billy Jack Jory, Cash Getty, Chris Damasceno, Chris Irankunda, GG September, Dios, Exo, FIFA America, Harvey Fenwick, James Huggett, Jose Moreta, Ken Ramirez, Luis Tosano, Mark Morcos, Mohamed Al-Bokhail, Nicholas Baptista, Nickel Chips, Tyler Avon, and Zach. If you'd like to join the Patreon, there'll be a link down in the description and up in the annotations. You can follow my Twitter if you'd like, follow my Instagram if you want, follow my TikTok, trying to get to 9,000 there, and of course, you can follow my inactive Twitch. But until then, I'll see you guys.